Okay, so last class we have started chapter probability, that means 15th chapter. I have given you the basic ideas about the probability and what is a probability. I have explained you. I have given you some questions also, like what is a probability, what is the probability of an event, everything I have told you. I told you that probability cannot be less than 0 or it cannot be more than 1. It can be in between 0 or 1. Okay, it can be 0 or it can be 1 or between 0 to 1, but not more than or less than that. And we have solved question number 1 and question number 4 last day. So today we'll be trying to solve question number 2. So question number 2 you can do it in your book only. I'll explain you. You can write it by your own, or you can watch the video and you can write it by your own afterwards also if you don't understand now. Now here it is said that which of the following experiment have equally likely outcomes. Equally likely outcomes, that means equal chance. Equal chance, that means 50-50 chances. Okay. For example, if I toss a coin, then the chances of coming head, that means the probability of head is half and the probability of tail is also half if I toss a coin. So this will be termed as equally likely outcomes because both have equal chance of winning the toss. Is it clear? Both have equal chance of winning the toss, so that is called the equally likely outcome. Okay, that means 100% either I will win or maybe other one will win. That is called equally likely outcomes. So let's see question number 2, first one. A driver attempts to start a car. The car starts or does not start. So this is a equally likely outcome or not. You think it by your own. In this question, it has been said that a driver attempt to start a car. The car start or does not start. So mainly student, they think that this is equally likely outcome, means that car can start or may not start. But remember that this is not an equally likely outcome, because if you try to start a car, it can happen that the car's battery is dead or there is a less of fuel, that means there is a lack of fuel, or there can be other points due to which car may not start. Like from morning to evening you are trying to start a car, but it may not start also. So this is not an equally likely outcome. Is it clear? It depends upon the quality of the car. Quality of the car, if the quality is very good, then you can say that yeah, every time it will start, or if the quality is not so good, then sometime it may start, sometime it may not. You have seen some of the vehicle, they start for a first time only, and some of the vehicle you have seen that after trying for 5-6 times then it started. I don't know you have seen that such type of vehicle or not, but it happens. So it depends upon the quality of the car. So that's why it is not an equally likely outcome. Is it clear? So you can say that this first one is not an equally likely outcome because it depends upon the condition of the car. It depends upon the condition of the car. That's all. It means that condition, if the condition is very good, then every time it can start. But if the condition is not so good, it will not start easily. So this is not an equally likely outcome. Equally likely outcomes, that means once it will start, once it will not start, once it will start, once it will not start. That is called equally likely outcomes, equal chances of getting anything. So this is not possible. Okay. Next, number 2, a player attempts to start a shot. A player attempt to shoot a basketball. A person wants to shoot a basketball, that means a player. He or she shoot or miss the shot, that means a person will throw the ball in a basket. Now the ball will go inside or not. Is it an equally likely outcome? Think. Think nicely before answering. So this is not an equally likely outcomes because it depends upon the uh, quality of the player. Quality of the player, that means its practice. It depends upon the practice. It depends upon the shot. It depends upon accuracy. So many things are there. Accuracy must be there. Like you are throwing a ball, that must, you should have that much accuracy that it will go inside the basket. But it is not necessary that all the time the ball will go inside the basket. It may or it may not. Okay, so we don't have an equally likely outcomes. That means I will throw the basket, like suppose I will throw the basket, sorry, not the basket, I will throw a ball in a basket. If I will throw 10 times, it is necessary that 5 times it will go inside and 5 times it will not. If I will throw, guarantee, out of 10, I am sure that maybe 1 or 2 basket may, that means ball may go inside the basket, or maybe 0 also, because I am not a good player of basketball. Are you getting my point or not? There is not an equal chance of getting. Like I am saying that I am having 2 balls, एक बार बॉल अंदर जाएगा, एक बार नहीं जाएगा, तो मैंने बॉल मारा, एक बार चला गया, दूसरी बार मारा, अब जानबूझ के यहाँ वहाँ मारेगा तो नहीं होगा, ठीक है? तो ये जरूरी नहीं कि हमेशा सही हो. सो दैट इज नॉट एन इक्वली लाइकली आउटकम. इज इट क्लियर? Now third number, a trial is made to answer a true false question. Understand question properly. A trial is made to answer a true false question. The answer is right or wrong. The answer will be right or wrong. That means it will be true or false. Is it an equally likely outcome or not? Think nicely. So number third, a trial is made to answer a true false question. The answer is right or wrong. So this is a equally likely outcomes because a question can be correct or wrong. That means there is an equal chances, 50-50 chances of getting correct or wrong. Okay. Now next number 4, a baby is born. It is a boy or a girl. Now a baby is born, it is a boy or a girl. So this is also equally likely outcomes. 50-50 chances. That means a baby is born, definitely it will be a boy or a girl. That means 50-50 chances. Now some of the students, they will be thinking that, sir, some of the children are not boy, not girl. That means they are transgender. Okay, like in Hindi you can say hijra or something different people they call this way. Okay, but remember that when a baby is born, they are recognized as a girl or a boy, but later on, after some year, there is a hormonal change in our body, like you have studied in class 8. Due to this hormonal change, a person, that means a girl or a boy, get some changes in their body during the time of puberty. I think you have heard this, right? That means beard start coming, then the voice changes, the females waist become big, breasts start to grow. So these are some changes. So these are all due to hormones. So when a baby is born, that baby is either a boy or a girl. But after some time, when there is a hormonal change, when there is a changes in the hormone, then a person start changing from male to female or female to male. Understood? Or sometime they may have both the characters also. Okay, so this is a equally likely outcomes when a baby is born. So when it born, it is a boy or a girl, 50-50 chances. So this is an equally likely outcome. Now let's move to question number 3. Why is tossing a coin considered to be a fair way to deciding which team should get the ball at the beginning of a football game? So definitely tossing a game in a football match, two teams are there. So if we toss a coin, we are having an equal chances of winning. That means either one team will win or another one will. That means that is a 50-50 chances, equally likely outcomes. So already I have explained you in the beginning before starting question number 2. So just check this one, okay? This is an equally likely outcome, okay? Is it clear? Because both have equal chance of winning the toss. Fine. Now let's move to question number 4 is over 5. Question number 5. You can mark question number 5 important question, okay? Question number 5, 7, 8, 8 and 9 are same, okay? So 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 21, 23, 24. These are important questions. Okay, so here let's move to the question. Question is been given, if P means probability, okay? If probability of event, E is been given, that means that is called event. So probability of an event equals to 0.05. What is the probability of not event? Okay, so already I have teach you. So let's start. So here it has been given probability of an event. So number 5. Number 5. We'll say given. Given. You can write given. So probability of event equals to 0.05. What do you need to find? Probability of not getting an event. So we'll say that we know that. We know that. We know that. Okay. Now I have given you notes. There I remember I have given you 3 notes. Probability of event equals to this, probability of event plus probability of not event equals to this, probability of not event equals to this. So your choice which formula you want to apply. Okay, if you apply this formula you will get direct answer. If you apply this one also you will get, you have to transfer and then you have to get your answer. Okay, so it's up to you which one you want to try. Okay, so I will be using this formula. We know that probability of not event, okay, probability of not event equals to 1 minus probability of event. Now this can be written as 1 minus 0.05. So 1 is 1, minus minus, probability of event is 0.05. Now when you will subtract, many students when they subtract this one, they get something else. But there is a way to subtract this one. This is 1 and this is 0.05. So 1 can be written as 1.00 and this can be written as 0.05. Now you can subtract. So you will be getting here 5, 9.0. So this is your answer. That means probability of not getting an event is 0.95. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's move to another question. So this is over. Now let's move to another question. So question number 6. A bag contain lemon flavor candies. A bag contains lemon flavor candies only. In a bag there is a lemon candy only, okay? Malini takes out one candy without looking into the bag. That means without looking into the bag, she has put her hand and she has taken out one candy. What is the probability that she takes out an orange candy? So orange candy. So that is impossible. She has a lemon flavor candy only. Okay, lemon flavor candy only. So how she can take out orange? So that is 0, impossible. Okay, so 0. Okay, now number 2, a lemon flavor candy. Now it contain all the lemons candy only. So when she will take out, it's a 100% chances of taking out the lemon candy. Okay, so this is sure event, and sure event is always equal to 1. That means probability will be 1. Okay, now let's move to another question, number 7. Question number 6 you can write in your book directly using pencil. Okay, now let's move to question number 7. It is given that in a group of 3 students, that means if we select 3 students randomly, any 3 students, like suppose we are having 1000 students. Okay, so 1000 students, out of that we are taking 3 in a group. Like I have taken 3 one group, 3 another group, 3 another group, this way. Okay, now after that let's see what is been given. It is given that in a group of 3 students, the probability of 2 students not having the same birthday is, that means I have taken 3 students out of 1000 students. Okay, out of 1000 student I have taken 3 student. Now the probability of not getting the same birthday, that means suppose 3 students are been taken, my birthday is 1st January, another one is also 1st January. Okay, and the third one may have something else. So here it is said that the probability of 2 students, at least 2 students, okay, not having the same birthday, they are not having the same birthday. Okay, that is, this is not the probability, that means probability of not getting the birthday. Is it clear? So that is 0.992. Now next is, what is the probability that the 2 students have the same birthday? That means if you select, then 2 students may have the same birthday, so you have to subtract. So you can write, right, given probability, that means you can write P, probability in bracket, probability, you can see what is been given, the probability of 2 students not having the birthday, that means probability of not getting an event. Is it clear? So I am writing here probability, that means P bracket, here we are talking about what? Birthday. We are talking about birthday. Okay, so you can write B and bar over that, or you can write event and then a bar, your choice. Okay, your choice, both will be correct. So probability of not getting the same birthday, P bracket B bar bracket close, or you can say P bracket, you can write E and then a bar. Is it clear? Both are correct. So whatever you have taken, both are correct. Next, we know that we know that so next, what you need to find, what is the probability that 2 students have the same birthday, that means probability of getting an event. So you can say that we know that probability of event equals to 1 minus probability of not event. That means whatever you have taken, if you have taken B, you will write probability of B equals to 1 minus probability of not B. If you have taken E, you will write probability of event equals to 1 minus probability of not event, and then substitute the value, you will get your answer. Subtract properly. So when you will solve this, finally you will be getting your answer as 0.008. So that will be your final answer. Now let's move to question number 8. Question number 8 and 9 are same. A bag contains 3 red balls. That means in a bag we are having 3 red balls and 5 black balls. Okay, so you can write number of red balls. You write in your copy number of red balls, number of number of number of red balls, number of red balls, how much it is? 3. So you have to represent your answer this way. Okay, don't write directly, otherwise you will lose your marks. So other questions were simple, so directly I have dictate you. Now how to represent your answer, that you should know, otherwise you will lose your marks. So number of red balls equals to 3. and 5 black balls. So number of black balls, number of black balls, black balls equals to 5. Okay, so in a bag we are having 3 red balls and 5 black balls. Okay, so together they will be 8. So that is the total outcomes. That means whatever number of balls we are having inside a bag or in a box or wherever, we will add all, that will be the total outcomes. Okay, so let me read the question once again. There is another ball or not? So a bag contains 3 red balls and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at random from the bag. So there is no other ball, red and black. So we'll say the total outcomes. So right, total outcomes. Total outcomes. Total outcomes. So just add it, okay? 3 plus 5 equals to 8. So that is the total outcome. Is it clear? Now in the question they say that what is the probability that the ball drawn is red. So you have to represent number 1. That means you need to find probability of red ball. Okay, so we'll be writing probability of red ball, red balls equals to, always write the formula for the first time. Okay, I gave you formula. Probability equals to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Okay, so you have to write this formula always for the first time. After that, no need to write. If you are willing to write, you can write. Otherwise, if you don't write also, no problem. So probability of red ball equals to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Now favorable outcomes, that means we are talking about red balls. How many red balls are there? 3. 3. So next line you can write 3. And total number of outcomes. Total outcome is how much? 8. So your final answer, that means next line it will be 3 by 8. Now this number cannot be cancelled. Leave it that way. No need to find in decimal, okay? Many students they convert into decimal. Don't convert it into decimal. Leave it this way. It is correct. Okay? So that's all. Now let's move to another question. Number 2. Now number 2 you can do it in 2 ways. Here it is said that what is the probability of not getting a red balls. So we can say probability of not red balls. So just check it, okay? 2 ways we can do. So this time no need to write formula. So probability of not red ball, that means we are not talking about red balls. We should not get red balls. So we can get some other balls also. So we can have black balls. Understood or not? It should not be red balls. So we are leaving red balls. We are having black balls. So we'll take black balls. So it will be 5 by 8. That means number of favorable outcomes. Not red ball is 5. Total outcome is 8. Is it clear? This is one way. Otherwise, another way is you can write this way. Probability of not red balls equals to 1 minus probability of red balls. Understood or not? Like probability of not event equals to 1 minus probability of event. Understood? So this one, if we use 1 minus probability of red ball, we have calculated that is 3 by 8. So 3 by 8. Now if we take the LCM, we will be having 8. Now this one if we solve, we will be having 8 minus 3. Now this one 8 minus 3 is 5 by 8. So anyhow we are getting the same result. So you can write either this or this, your choice. Okay? Both are correct. Fine? Now let's move to another question. Question number 9. Now question number 9 you can try it by your own. Okay? I'll tell you how to do. A box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. One marble is taken out of the box at random. What is the probability that the marble taken out will be red? So red marble is been given, red whatever is there by total. White marble is there, white by total. Not green. It should not be green. So leave green, other two you have to include. Okay? Other two, that means red and white you have to include. Both added and then divided by total. So do it by your own. You can pause your video, and once your answer is over, then you can play and you can hear it. I will tell you the final answer only. You have to follow the same process that I have helped you in this question, previous question number 8. Write it same way, okay? So in this case, total outcomes will be 17. Now you need to find the probability of red marbles. So it will be red is 5. So 5 by 17. Second will be white. So 8 by 17. It cannot be cancelled. Now third one is not green. So don't take green marbles. Take white and red. So that will be 13 by 17. Okay. So that's the final answer. Now let's move to question number 11. Question number 11. 10 I will explain in the other class. Okay, next class. So here you can write in your copy. Gopi buys a fish from a shop for his aquarium. The shopkeeper takes out one fish at random from a tank containing 5 male fish and 8 female fish. So you can write number of male fish equals to whatever and number of female fish equals to whatever. Right. Number of male fish equals to 5, number of female fish equals to 8. So write this way, then total outcomes equals to 5 plus 8 equals to 13. Now in the question they are asking you what is the probability that the fish taken out is a male fish. So you have to find the probability of male fish. So you can write next line, probability, that means P you can write. Probability of means bracket. So probability of, I will be reading this way but you have to write P bracket, okay. So probability of male fish, probability of male fish equals to write formula first, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes, and then you will write 5 by 13. That's all. If the question comes for 1 marks, if the question comes for 1 marks, no need to write all these things, directly write your answer, okay. That if it is a multiple choice question, then don't write everything, just write directly as you are thinking. Male is this much, female is this much, add it directly and then just see male is how much divided by total. That's all. No need to write number of male fish, no, directly you can do. Is it clear? In MCQ question you have to write your answer directly. This year you have to write in this one OMR sheet. OMR sheet. So in OMR sheet you don't need to show how you have solved. We need only the answer. Understood? So no need to explain, no need to write so many things. Do a shortcut as you like. Now let's move to another question. Question is, a game of chance consists of spinning a arrow which comes to rest pointing at one of the number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. That means there are total 8 numbers. So you write outcomes. You write outcomes. Outcomes is also known as events, okay. So outcomes equals to, you can write 1 comma 2 comma this way up to 8, because these are the outcomes, okay. So 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8. Then next you can write total outcomes. Total outcomes equals to 8. Now in the question it is also said that they are equally likely outcomes. Equally likely outcomes means out of this 8, 100% any one will come, okay. So that is an equal chances of getting each number, okay. Now the question is, what is the probability that it will point at 8? Point at 8 means you have to see that how many 8s are there in the question. So there is only one 8. So 1 by total. Okay, so don't write it directly. You will write probability of 8, that means P bracket 8 equals to, write formula first, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Once it is written, then you can write 8. How many 8s are there? 1. So 1 by total. Total is 8. So that's all. Now next, number 2. This time no need formula, okay? Number 2, an odd number. So you will be saying probability P bracket, that means of. So probability of odd numbers. Odd numbers you can write NO. Okay, so odd numbers equals to. Now you have to see that which are the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7. So there are 4 numbers which are odd. So we'll be saying directly we'll write 4 by 8. 4 by 8. So equals to, when you'll cancel this one, you'll be getting 1 by 2. So that's all. Next, number 3. A number greater than 2. So you have to see that how many numbers are bigger than 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total 6 number. So you will be writing probability in bracket. Probability of number. Probability bracket means of. So probability of number greater than 2. Probability of number greater than 2. Number can be written as NO, okay? So probability of number greater than 2 equals to 6 by 8. 6 by 8. So when you will cancel this one, you will be getting 3 by 4. Now number 4. A number less than 9. A number less than 9. So you can see that all numbers are smaller than 9. So it will be 8 by 8. So in bracket you can write probability of number, probability number 4, probability bracket means of. So probability of number less than 9, number less than 9 equals to 8 by 8 equals to 1. So that's all for today's class. Next day we'll continue with other questions also. Okay, thank you.